it's Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV, and today we have a very special guest on the Great North Wrestling podcast. She is the most popular female wrestler in Great North Wrestling right now, the lovely Lady Yasmine, who is wrestling August 5th in Ottawa to determine who will be the first ever Great North Wrestling Women's Champion of Canada in a four-way ladder match. How are you, Yasmin, and how's your training coming along for this big match August 5th in Ottawa?
Hey, well, I'm good. Thanks for having me. And well, the training, it's a ladder match, so I'm definitely watching a lot of ladder matches at the moment. I'm in the gym a lot, and that's about it. Yeah, just keeping busy with that.
And you've developed a lot of fans that watch the Hannibal TV YouTube channel, and a lot of them want to know more about you personally. So could you tell us a little bit about what your ethnic background is and how you came to be a professional wrestler?
Yeah, well, I'm 20 years old. I was born May 4th, and my mom is from Guyana. My dad is from Germany, so I'm a mix of that. And uh, I'm currently studying in accounting, and I used to study aesthetics, and I used to study graphic and web design at college. I started training at the torture chamber ran by Drew Onyx in 2015. I started wrestling on shows in May 2016, so I've been training for about 2 years and doing shows for about a year.
So one of your first matches would have actually been the Great North Wrestling event in Ottawa, where you wrestled Vanessa Craven back in May of 2016. Then.
Yes, that was my first match, my debut match.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Well, you did pretty well for your debut match. You were able to defeat her, and she's a big superstar. She's wrestled for Shimmer and many other companies around the world. Would you say she's going to be your toughest obstacle in this ladder match coming up in Ottawa on August 5th?
Oh yes, she definitely is. She's been my toughest opponent to this date, actually. So yeah, she's my biggest threat at the moment.
And do you have plans to try and work for some of these companies like Shimmer, and I believe Ring of Honor has a women's division now? Obviously, I'm sure you'd like to be in NXT or WWE one day, but what are some of your goals as a professional wrestler?
Well, my goal is at the moment to get more experience out here in Montreal and Ontario, and be the champion at Great North Wrestling. And I would definitely like to go on to Shimmer, Great North Wrestling, Global Force Wrestling, and obviously NXT.
And who are some of the female wrestlers that you've looked up to growing up?
Well, when I was younger, I really looked up to Maria Kanellis. She was like one of the first women I saw when I was younger, and I really admired her for her beauty and her strength in the ring. And the beautiful people from TNA as well, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. And
And
when I was
just on that
training,
note, quickly, Angelina Love will very likely be appearing in Great North Wrestling soon. She was supposed to be on this Ottawa event, but unfortunately, her UK tour got extended an extra week, so she had to cancel. But she's on our radar for future appearances, so you might be have the opportunity to wrestle her sometime.
oh wow, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I would love for our paths to cross. Yeah. So another person, when I was training, when I went to the torture chamber, it was only me and another girl. And that girl was Jessica Black. And if she was ever to make a comeback anytime, I would love to get in the ring with her because I haven't had the chance to in a match with the crowd environment. So that would be another one.
And she's wrestled for Great North Wrestling a few times, but I guess she's been plagued by injuries lately,
Yeah.
just one after another, which has been unfortunate. What's your favorite match that you've had so far in Great North Wrestling up to this date?
Well, definitely my debut match with Vanessa Craven. The ones I had with Flo Riley, they were a lot of fun because we trained together a lot. And Stephanie Sinclair in the MMA cage because I've never been in one of those cages, so it was quite the experience.
Yeah, I think I obviously watch all the Great North Wrestling matches, and I think that was your best performance was that MMA cage match in Smith Falls, which is online if anyone wants to search it up. It is Lady Yasmine versus Stephanie St. Clair in an MMA cage. Now, Sinclair was originally supposed to be involved in this August 5th event, but she had to back out. But would you say that's the culmination of your feud, or is there more to be seen between you and Stephanie St. Clair?
I don't think it's over quite yet. I feel like there might be more to come between us. Yeah, definitely.
And who are some of your favorites on the WWE roster now? Charlotte Flair's obviously been making like history, having some of the most wild matches in women's wrestling history lately on WWE pay-per-views, from what I hear. Is there anyone that you kind of look up to that's on the current roster now?
Well, yeah, definitely Charlotte is the top one. She's strong, she's beautiful, she's the total package. So definitely Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, all of them. I look up to them. Yeah, definitely.
And for any of the fans that watch your match videos and might be listening to this, where would they be able to follow you on social media?
I only have Facebook at the moment. It would be at Yasmin Christ TC.
Very good. And you go kind of by two names, Yasmin Christ and Lady Yasmin. Who came up with both of those names? Lady Yasmin obviously kind of took off in Great North Wrestling, so you've been sticking with that one here. But what's the origin of those names?
Well, Yasmin, I actually came up with that on my own. As a kid, I always loved the Bratz dolls. So I got it from my favorite Bratz doll, Yasmin. And my coach, Drew Onyx, at the time, he made up the last name Christ because that's my real last name. So he said, why don't you just roll with that one? So I said, sure, why not?
Okay, I see. Well, we definitely love having you in Great North Wrestling, and we wish you the best in this ladder match. I'm not ever sure there has been a four-way women's ladder match ever in Great North Wrestling history. For any of you guys wondering, it was originally supposed to be a tournament, but this event, with the addition of Psycho Sid Vicious appearing on his retirement tour and three-time WWE Tag Team Champion Quebecer Pierre coming back to Ottawa for the first time in 9 years. Then, of course, me, Hannibal. I got a title shot against Wes Briscoe with special guest referee Alain Moussi from the Kickboxer trilogy movie series. It's just too much to throw in an entire women's tournament on the card. And of course, Great North Wrestling now has a kind of a partnership with Channel Z, the French TV station, that's going to be airing a documentary series on Great North Wrestling Canada wide. And they were looking to see a ladder match on one of their television shows where they're going to be following Great North Wrestling. So they actually suggested making the women's title match a ladder match. And everyone thought that was a very interesting idea. And I think it is going to be the first time ever a four-way women's ladder match for a championship. So it's going to be historic. Are you at all concerned about the dangers that can be associated with ladder matches?
Oh, definitely, yes. I've thought that all through. It's a very dangerous match, one of the most dangerous matches in my opinion, and I've never been in a match like this, and I don't think any of the other women in the match have been, so it's going to be quite the experience, and I'm excited for it.
And for any of you listening out there, that is actually going to be the final match on the card next Saturday night in Ottawa. Tickets are available at Ticketweb.ca or at both Compact Music Ottawa locations, 206 Bank Street downtown, 785 Bank Street in the Glebe, or you can get them at the door. Advance tickets start at 15 each or buy four for 40. And finally, Yasmin, is there anything you want to say to your fans? I know you have a very big fan base that's growing on a daily basis, but is there anything you want to say to them to close off this interview?
Yeah, sure. The support I've been getting from all my fans is unbelievable. It's overwhelming, and I just want to thank everybody for supporting and believing in me. I love you guys.
GreatNorthWrestling.ca is coming to the Earl Armstrong Arena in Ottawa, Saturday, August 5th for our 10th anniversary Super Show. Headlining the card is multiple-time world champion Psycho Sid Vicious, who is wrestling in Ottawa as part of his retirement tour when he faces Paul Rosenberg. The Canadian title will be on the line when champion Wes Briscoe of Aces and Eights Quebec is challenged by Ottawa's own Hannibal the Death Dealer, with special guest enforcer referee, martial artist movie star Ale Moussi from the Kickboxer Vengeance and Kickboxer Retaliation films. The three-time WWE Tag Team Champion Quebecer Jean-Pierre Lafitte will make his long-awaited return to the Outaouais when he faces Canada's strongest wrestler, Maximum Testosterone. The first ever Great North Wrestling Women's Champion of Canada will be crowned in a four-way ladies ladder match between Vanessa Craven, Lady Yasmine, the Black Widow Eve, and CC Gallamy. Plus, a triple threat tag team tables match with Freak Nation, swearing off against the Heartthrobs and Aces and Eights. Also on the card will be the spoiler, Jebediah Tatum, ring announcer Dylan Black, meet and greets, and more. Advanced tickets start at just $15 or buy four for $40 online through Ticketweb.ca or both Compact Music Ottawa, 206 and 785 Bank Street locations. Ticket prices increase $5 at the door. Don't miss out on this historic night of action and excitement. Saturday, August 5th in Ottawa. Visit GreatNorthWrestling.ca for more details.